Get ready, 5 seconds. It is totally contradictory to the spirit of the Sachar committee, which had a very socialist approach. It is contrary, if I may submit with your permission, to the thinking of their own Prime Minister. I do not understand who is the author of this bill. I do not understand how this kind of ambition bill without direction has been brought. This is one of the most poorly drafted pieces of legislation that I have come across. I submit that apart from these things, if the Honorable Minister may allow me to submit, I have seen in the administration of companies for smaller things, they are more particular. If a company is not filling some paper on time, promptly they will send a notice. But there are some other companies which I know of which are not repaying their depositors. Depositors are knocking at their doors and nobody is listening to them. Paragraph. This kind of anomaly must be corrected since this is a very important act in the sense that the entire corporate sector is administered by this act. If the government has any power to discipline companies, it is through this act. And if this act is treated in such a callous manner, I am at my wits' end to understand how larger companies will ever come within the framework of any discipline at all. They will not. Whenever any controversy starts, we start the controversy of the public sector and the private sector. This is a needless controversy. In this country, we need the private sector and we need the public sector. In this country, we need large companies and we need small companies. Everybody must play his role as per the scheme of the Constitution, as per the scheme of various resolutions. We in the opposition may or may not agree with the government's policies, but just now the government policies must adhere at least to what their own avowed objections are. This bill does not even conform to their own pattern. It is strange to me. I do not understand how these provisions have found their way into the bill, especially in relation to the entire corporate deposits and loans, just because a few high court judgments have clearly stated that a loan is different from a deposit. The reason you are giving is that this bill also includes the provision to plug loopholes and remove some lacuna. This is not a loophole or a lacuna. Loans and deposits are two different things, but by an act of parliament, we are trying to change the context and the meaning of the entire corporate operations and functions.